Well, hello there and welcome back to my channel, or if you're new, welcome to my channel. My name is Alex and I post 3 beauty related videos every week, so if those are the types of videos you like to watch, then make sure you stick around, make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell so I'm notified every single time that I upload. Now in today's video I had so many requests after I uploaded my I Heart Revolution donut tray unboxing to do a testing video. That is what we're doing today. As you can see, I've got already the makeup on, I've already tested them, so without further ado, if you want to see what I think of the makeup, the donut makeup in these little donuts here, then make sure you keep watching. Okay, so as you can see, my skin is pretty crap at the minute, especially this side here. I've got a lot of sort of blemishes, but most of them are scars, to be honest. But so we're going to start off obviously with the first step of our makeup routine, which is foundation, and because we're sort of doing an I Heart Revolution video, I thought I'd stay within theme and do like the Revolution shebang, like do everything Revolution. So the reason I didn't want to just do the actual donuts, I did want to test out the sponges as well, because some people did actually ask me. So if you remember, they came in this box and they are little triangles like this. I can't imagine they'd grow. Let me go and test that out actually quickly. 1 second. Nope, did not grow whatsoever, so we're gonna move on. So let's do the foundation obviously first. So I'm just going to take a sponge and I'm just going to be using the Revolution Matte Base Pore Blurring Full Coverage Foundation. I have mine in the shade F2. I've actually nearly run out of this. Okay, so that's given me literally no coverage. I feel like the whole sponge soaked that up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to apply a second layer, but with an actual sponge. What does this actually say? I don't think it actually says anything on the box. But for foundation, I'm going to give that a big fat no. It just didn't give me any sort of coverage, and this foundation is actually really good, so I'd say no for foundation. Okay, so I decided to do my concealer off camera as well, just because you saw how it did with the foundation, so you know, not looking too good. But the foundation concealer are now on. We're now going to do some powder. So I don't know if you guys remember when I tried out the new Revolution Conceal and Hydrate range, but they also come out with a powder and I hated this. So I really want to give it another whirl. I haven't actually tried it since that video and I just didn't get on with it. So I'm going to try it again, and it's so messy. I hate it. I literally hate how messy it is. So I'm going to now powder my entire face. I am gonna use a sponge to set my under eye. Right, so that's the powder applied. I'm gonna give these sponges a big fat no. That's me throwing them in the bin. They are awful. I really don't like them. They're not good for foundation, or I didn't even bother with the concealer because with the foundation it just didn't apply it very nicely. In terms of powder, I know it's got nothing to do with this video, but I'm still on the fence about this. A whole load of it just went over my... Where's that coming out from? The back of the... I hate the packaging of this powder. But anyway, moving on to the actual donut makeup. So firstly, we're going to be taking Cinnamon Sugar, which is indeed the bronzer donut. And as you can see, this is very, very dark. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take literally the tiniest amount, like literally like 2 dabs, and apply. So this is the bronzer all applied. It's not too bad, but for my skin tone personally, I have to take literally the tiniest dab of it, and I just think that that seems really pointless. I mean, it is pretty pigmented, so if you are my sort of skin tone, I would only take the tiniest amount, but it works. It's a bronzer. It's not my favourite bronzer in the world, but it works. So we're just going to quickly use it again for contouring. So I'm literally again going to take the tiniest amount and I'm going to contour with it. Again, here it is for contouring. It's not actually too bad. Like, even when you take like a dab of it for contour, you know, it's there, but it's not super in your face. So this isn't actually too bad. It's just not my favourite. So next we're going to take Vanilla Frosting, which is the highlighter of the set, and it's just one shade, which I think they should have done like a duo maybe, or even a quad, just so there's like more variety. But this is the shade. I think it might be a little bit too dark, but we will see. I tend to like the Revolution highlighters, but obviously I don't think I've ever tried I Heart Revolution. Do they even have highlighters? I don't think they do. So it's not kickbacky at all. Like, do I even have pigment on? But let's see how this goes. Okay, as you can see, it is blinding. Revolution don't disappoint, but it's not actually the shade that's in the pan. It's more of like an ice white, which at the minute are not really my favourites. I do prefer a more like natural colour highlighter. There's a shade in the Sauve palette, the second one along, which is perfect. It kind of reminds me of that, but it is more icy. But I mean, it's a beautiful highlighter. You can't deny it. If you love a blinding highlighter, you're going to love this. But if you've got medium to deep skin tones, this is just not going to work for you. It's way too light. Next, we're on to the last face product, and this is the blush palette. This is called Pink Frosting, and as you can see, they have duoed this, which I think they should have done with the highlighter palette, but obviously they didn't. There's a light pink and a hot pink. I'm obviously going to be taking the paler pink because it will go better with my skin tone. So I'm going to take a little bit on the brush and apply. Okay, so that's the blush applied. It is beautiful. I do like it. It blends really well. It's not too pigmented, so it's easy to build up, which I love in a blush. So I actually do really like this. I love the packaging. It's just so squishy, but we'll talk about the packaging later. So the last two donuts in the set are called Chocolate Caramel and Peanut Butter and Jelly, and these are eyeshadow palettes. When I initially saw them, I was like, oh, okay, right, they're not really something that I would pick up off of the shelf. This is what they look like. This one has an array of shades, as like a brown, a gold, a green, a black with like glitter in it, and this one has more of like a purpley sort of undertone theme. So I'm obviously going to take a mixture of both palettes, and I'm going to create some sort of eye look with this. Right guys, I'm back. I haven't even put mascara or eyelashes on because I have a few things to say. So, in terms of the eyeshadow palettes, I only have one positive thing to say, is that the shimmers in the middle, so like this gold that I put on the lid, the light one I put on my inner corner, amazing. They are so pigmented. I love them. However, the rest of the palette, not really that great. Wasn't blown away, wasn't massively impressed. The pigmentation was not really there. It was quite patchy to begin with. I don't know if you could see or could tell when I was doing it. It was quite patchy. All the colours just sort of blended into one. The shade I used on my lower lash line, I mean, I can barely see it. I don't know about you guys, I can't even see it. It took me so long to get the pigment out of that shade until I like fully was scratching the pan, and even when I was rubbing it, it took me to actually proper rub my finger in there to get the pigment off. So basically this gift set is not particularly something I will be reaching for. Like, don't get me wrong, the packaging is cute, I love the aesthetic of it, I love the donuts, it's beautiful, but I think this gift set is better suited to younger children or younger teenagers. So like, say you've got a young niece and she's getting into makeup, this would be such a cute gift idea, just because of the donuts. It's quite childlike packaging, it's so lovely. But for a 22-year-old like myself, yes, I'm 22, it's not really my thing. I did have a lot of comments telling me that they thought already that it wouldn't be something they'd buy, which is completely fair enough. And if I'm honest, if I didn't do YouTube and if I didn't watch YouTube and stuff like that, I wouldn't have bought this. And this further confirms that I would definitely not have bought this. I'm just not in love with this gift set. My favourite donut from the set is probably the highlighter and the donut and the blush one. The highlighter is stunning. The bright icy white highlights are not my thing anymore that much, but you can't deny that that's not a good highlighter. And I love the blush. I love the blush duo. It's stunning, so I'm going to be keeping those ones. However, in terms of the other three, I think I'm just going to end up selling them or giving them to someone, because it's just not my cup of tea, not my thing. So this gift set was initially £30 and I don't think it's worth that price tag. I think more like £15–20 I think it's worth, and it's just not my favourite gift set. I think you've kind of grasped that from this video anyway. But those are my thoughts and opinions on the I Heart Revolution donut gift set. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a massive thumbs up. Let me know down below what your opinion is. Let me know what you think of it. And of course, if you haven't already, please subscribe down below and I will see you in my next video. Bye!